Suffolk Building Society has been around for over 170 years, and we've been a really trusted organisation in Suffolk since that time.
When we were first established, it was to provide safe homes for people so people could have a piece of land and then get the vote as well. And I think that through time, it's still at the heart of everything we do. We're a mutual, which means that we don't use our profits in the same way as other organisations. So when you save with Suffolk Building Society, you're really enabling us to use some of our profits to go into the community and to help the community with issues that really need addressing.
Homelessness in the county of Suffolk has always been an issue, but it's certainly an issue today.
We believe everybody has the right to a safe home, and that's really at the heart of our Safe Homes for Suffolk campaign.
So IHAG is a homeless charity, which means we're here to provide support, guidance and advice for anybody that's been experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness. It's so frustrating that in this day and age, we can't simply say it's not okay for people to have to sleep in doorways or churchyards or sofa surf with friends.
Seeing the work that IHAG do is breathtaking, really.
Our vision is that we don't have to exist anymore. You shouldn't have to have a homelessness charity. But yeah, ultimately, if we do our job well, we shouldn't be here.
So Emmaus Suffolk is a local charity that is working with vulnerable and isolated people. We focus around homelessness and the prevention of homelessness. Homelessness is on the increase, both through the cost of living crisis, but also through the COVID crisis. Our outreach services have doubled in the last year.
Suffolk Emmaus is very much for the lonely, the vulnerable, the people on the outskirts of society where everyone else thinks their life is okay, but actually their life isn't okay.
What we can be is the safe pair of hands when you get kicked out of home. We can find you the right support, the right services to make sure that you stabilise, you don't lose your job, and you can manage yourself.
When you're then put in a situation where what you're doing means a lot to the people you're doing it for, it's empowering. It makes you start to believe in yourself. I've gone from being the lady that shook, because I shook all the time. I couldn't carry a cup of tea without shaking. Very withdrawn to who I am now, which is someone who's extremely proud of where she's come from. There's been a lifeline, literally a lifeline to me.
Lighthouse is a Suffolk-based charity providing support to women and children affected by domestic abuse.
Abuse comes down to power and control. Over time, it erodes your confidence, it erodes your self-esteem.
The point when somebody decides to make that decision to flee or leave the situation that they're in, that's actually potentially the most dangerous point for them.
It's not just the tragic story of the individual, but it's actually their children too. I have children myself, and that really hits home.
What Lighthouse are able to do is they allow people to feel heard and be supportive and then feel safe.
We're now supporting over 1,000 women who access our centre every year. So it's meeting that demand with the limited resources we have to do it.
One of my earliest memories is going out on a bike ride throughout the summer holidays, collecting wildflowers from verges and drying them and putting them into a book, and then noticing the huge decline in those species over the subsequent 30 years.
We're still really keen to make sure that people have safe homes, and that includes safe homes for nature as well.
In terms of wildlife moving out into the landscape, it's all about connectivity. So Martlesham Wilds is essentially going to be the cornerstone for wildlife. As Martlesham Wilds progresses, this change in land will be something that people will have never experienced before. in any of our lifetimes.